Yo, what is going on, guys? You know what time it is, right?
Who are you?
Oh, my God. Look, just because I came back doesn't mean anything, right? Look, guys, welcome to another episode of Double Tap, one of the greatest podcasts of all time. And guess what? It's powered by Nerd Street Gamers here at Local Host. And it's also a Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. And I am your host, Meza, coming back, Jeremiah Ward. Thank you. No, all the applause. And I'm here with my co-host that is weirdly not Andreas this time,
That's my
but
real name. Calm down. I'm serious.
but I'm here with Gabriel Static G.
Gorilla. Yeah,
Oh,
Static
you don't want
Gorilla.
this? You don't want the Static G?
No. Static G,
Stat
Stat
G,
G, Static Gabe, whatever you need to call me, I'm there, buddy.
Medina.
That's right, Static Gorilla.
Let's give
Medina.
him a clap
Gabe
too. You
Static
know, we're
Gorilla.
gonna clap it up for him too.
Thank
You know,
very
yeah.
much. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me yet again. It's been an awesome time to be able to, I'm not. What am I acting like it's an outro? No.
Dude, you've
This
been
is
here
great.
for like longer than me lately. All right, you've been here for like
you
a month.
I feel like I am.
Four shows.
I'm not exactly a veteran, but I am a,
I don't
a
think
citizen.
I don't think we would have anybody else.
Oh,
That's for sure. Oh, yeah, I know, right? But guys, we got a lot for you today. Some pretty interesting stuff. A lot of games that haven't been surfacing, finally surfacing with a lot more information. But as always, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we want you to, of course, make sure you hit us up on NSG TV or even through mashlessbuttons.com. Obviously, we'll kick more stuff to you guys later about that on the Double Tap.
We're also
Twitter
here
and whatnot.
live in the local host arena, correct?
Yep.
This is a Wednesday night, FGC night.
It's a little
Come-
quiet
yeah,
tonight, actually.
It is. Well,
It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
But they got a lot
well,
of stuff going on this weekend.
True,
So,
true.
if you guys haven't, make sure you check that out as well.
Yes. So you can always see us live here at local host as well. So
Yes.
yeah.
So, you
Take it
ready?
away.
You ready for
What's
this?
next?
All right, guys. We're going to be getting into some interesting stuff. One of my favorites, actually, and surprisingly,
You're back just to report about Pokken. Huh?
yeah, dude, I came back at the perfect time. Isn't that weird? I was like gone, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, it's time for some Pokken action. So, obviously, with the Nationals for North America just ending,
Oh,
with
yes, it
Thanks
did,
a
yeah.
Lot winning, he's like 16, man. This kid's been on the rampage for like the past 2 years.
Wow.
He obviously beat In Control's Roxo the Savage, but they did not play on the new patch because the new patch just came out last night.
It was
July
released.
11th.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
man.
was- yeah.
So they did a complete overhaul of all the
Yes.
characters.
There
Majority.
are some characters, well, probably the ones that needed it, that have an extensive change going on with them.
Yes.
Now I haven't been playing it. I don't own the game. I don't own a Switch, but I did play it on Wii U way back when we were competing very often. However, I do like. I heard that Empoleon was pretty busted before, and he's got a lot of descriptions there that I did not understand when I could read them. But
So
from what I can tell, he looks like he's got a nerf.
I can further explain a little bit. So I
Sure.
just want to bring you guys to Pokken Arena. Pretty much .com. They kind of broke everything down a lot better.
Break it down for me.
So for the Legend Bar, as you can see, they got buffs, nerfs, adjustments, and bug fixes. So
okay.
real quick, you were talking about Apollyon.
Oh,
We
how
scroll down
useful.
here. I know, right? It's so convenient. You guys got to check this guys out if you're looking for your like typical like Pokken information or
Yeah.
whatnot. They
Others
got
can
all
learn
this.
from this.
They got all this before from the Japanese website. We had somebody translate all of it
Oh,
before it
wow.
even came out.
All right.
So obviously anything in the green, that's a buff, man. So and anything
got
that's
buffed.
blue, yeah, he got
Okay.
a lot of buffs from movement to a lot of his field phase became stronger. So
Right.
these are some of the things that people were really particularly looking into was how could we make the characters more balanced, better, what would actually make the characters more playable. Now
Okay.
everybody's getting buffed, and remember how they always came up with that common terminology. Don't nerf the characters, just buff everybody, and then we'll play a game where everybody's stupid strong.
Sure.
This is what they're doing.
Okay. I
Remember,
mean,
it's Bandai.
listen, Pokemon never. And Bandai, yeah, but Pokemon never. It's not like Pokemon didn't know what they were doing. They didn't.
In the beginning,
Oh, okay, fine.
they were pretty
I mean,
suspect.
Braixen is pretty stupid.
Let me put it this
so-
way. So I just want to go over a few characters that
Sure.
are kind of prominent to right now what is current meta and whatnot.
Right, yeah. You
Um,
know the deal. You
we're-
know the stuff.
Lucario,
Mm-hmm.
so I did get to talk to a few people about it. He got an air dash in his synergy burst, which is ridiculously crazy. They say it's not plus, but it's something to look out for considering any character with an air dash
Yeah, you
is
say
pretty
plus,
annoying.
that means he can cancel it out of an air move.
Well, no, he's not plus.
Oh,
He's
okay,
not
okay,
plus.
okay,
That's what people are saying after a move, after he does the air dash into a move, he's not plus.
okay.
But it's Lucario. It's a combo factor now.
He
It's
doesn't
a tool.
need improved movement. Yeah, I remember things. I
He
remember I
doesn't need
started
improved
using- I started
anything.
using
This
Lucario.
character's fine.
Right.
But, they still fixed a lot of things from him, including a lot of other characters like Sceptile, who who couldn't do moves over low profile moves. So now, like his 6Y, he'll be able to do certain avoid certain high attacks.
Right.
And same with
So they
Sceptile.
adjusted pretty much
Yeah,
hitboxes.
They
apparently.
adjusted some things.
Yeah.
Suicune got significant buffs. Now he, if you guys don't know, he has a move pretty much called Hydro Pump.
Yes. Yeah. No, trust me. Hold on. The Suicune main here, okay? I did read these buffs.
No, you're
My
excited. You're
goodness.
like, I'm coming
yes, it needed something because the startup. You're never gonna catch anyone with Hydro Pump and Blizzard. The startup on that is serious. So to be able to block cancel it creates such a Let's say you throw it out and you're in dual phase. See, I remember my Pokken. You're in dual phase. You throw out a Hyper Beam, which takes forever. You cancel it with block, and then you hit an anti-air. That's kind of OD.
Something important about Hydro Pump now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hydro Pump being cancelable by R, which is very, very
It's block,
important.
right?
Huh?
It's block? Is an R
Yeah, R's
defend?
block.
Okay.
So something important about that you
Mhm.
guys should know is this allows for more mix-up because when DX came out, Hydro Pump originally was it was a grabbable move.
Oh, wow.
Now it's not.
Oh, okay, even better.
So you can't grab Hydro Pump.
Right.
And what that
You
means
can't,
is
you can't do green grab through it. Yes.
yeah, so what that means is if somebody tries to grab Hydro Pump,
they
mentally I don't know why.
Yeah, no, not
But
now.
let's say they did try to. He gets to cancel it now and punish. If and that leads into a whole bunch of other things, but
Does that make it a better wake up move?
it would make it
It would make it a mix.
it still has
up.
startup frames. Still
Yeah,
has
it
startup
does,
frames.
and you'll still get crit hit.
You
right?
can still get meaty grabbed.
Okay.
So there's certain things that will still stuff it,
Yeah.
but a lot of these moves are really important. So like Blizzard,
Yeah.
Blizzard being cancelable is kind of scary.
Yeah, and that's not in the air though.
Yeah, well,
Blizzard is so good in the air. It's just one of my favorite things to do. But
so I mean, there's just a lot of cool things. The decreased height on the follow up is really big because that's actually gonna help Suicune actually get to the ground sooner
Yeah.
and have more set play and actually be able to set up and do things. So significantly, this character became a lot better.
I agree.
This is not a nerf either. That's a really good thing.
Yeah, it allows for more combos afterwards,
That, and it keeps
especially if
him
he
grounded.
catches them in the air, and then it allows for. By the way, what he means is 5YYY. Thinking about the listeners, my
You're
bad. Yeah, that actually is. It seems like a buff more than a nerf because again, if you're catching someone in the air, you're able to continue a combo because you're able to do your ground combos. Maybe do another 5YY. You know.
My only problem with this is it increased the block stun.
Oh,
Great,
okay.
amazing,
Well, that's
wonderful thing.
2Y. That's crouching.
No, 2Y is good. No, like
2Y.
No,
is a
no,
swipe,
it's
swipe?
his
Or
little
is it
swipe,
the,
swipe.
Okay.
That's great. Decreased recovery, even better.
Yeah.
Means he can actually challenge people with a low.
Okay.
My problem is this might change a lot of things because he had a specific combo with 5YY.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is going to change the last one and
Right.
allow him to do that
Mm-hmm.
because it's a really weird thing.
Right.
I don't really
so,
understand
I mean,
still.
that's enough
but-
about my character, who's thebomb.com. I'm in the 90s. My
But
bad.
yeah,
So one thing, who was the strongest in the latest meta? Who was overpowered? Mewtwo. Okay,
Still.
so what?
well,
kind
I
of-
mean, okay, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Most overpowered, we'd probably say it
Is
fell
Chandelure
down
still too good?
this character. Hold on. It fell down to this character who got
Aegislash?
massive nerfs.
Really, Aegislash?
Aegislash has so many options in this game that he was
Okay.
actually winning a lot of tournaments. He was doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
But he was very oppressive.
He's got 3
um,
buffs, 5 nerfs, and 4. What's the
I
what was the
believe
yellow
those were
again?
fixes.
Fixes. Okay.
No, yeah, bug fixes.
Okay.
So,
This happens a lot with DLC characters. It's not something that's a surprise either. I
well,
would say.
some of these bug fixes are also things that hurt him still.
Oh, of
So, like,
course.
for instance, Hurtbox made easier to combo Aegislash. That's a nerf, in my opinion. So,
of course.
King Shield fix in an issue where Aegislash was airborne after a successful counter. Guess what?
Oh, wow.
Now that he's not airborne,
you get your full combo, right?
that, and you'll also grab him, and he won't be airborne. So it'll
Nice.
consider it a grounded grab, and it won't whiff. So there's a lot of good stuff here that's going to change the way Aegislash plays.
Mhm.
I think he's still going to be a strong character, but this is definitely nipping at clipping the wings off him for sure.
I agree.
Another character that kind of got a significant up and down buff, which was Decidueye, who was second behind him.
Mhm.
The counterattack reduced active armor frames, which allows for more for people to be able to see counterattack it. So if you guys don't know, there's a counterattack mechanic in the game where you can
focus
actually
attack.
pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
So now they can actually do that. There's a lot more scaling on his 5x. There's a lot of things that went into thought.
Yeah.
But I think the only character that got the biggest changes that really made him
Was it Shadow Mewtwo?
vastly different. Yeah, it was actually Shadow Mewtwo.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Mewtwo got a lot of HP consumption decreased.
That's good.
Had more projectile priority, which I don't know why. There's a lot of cool things about this character now that's going to bring back all the Shadow Mewtwo players, and
Yeah,
they're going to be doing a lot more.
That's the thing. You weren't seeing him very often at all because people were scared. You know, it's not like Carmine, Eunice,
No, yeah.
where he can actually do well and take away some health of his own. But Mewtwo, he hasn't been good since Wii U.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, he fell off for some time once that patch came through
Mhm.
that took away his infinite, and then they
Yeah.
lowered the range when he went into DX.
You were a Shadow Mewtwo main.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
you know
rough.
You know what you're talking.
I went from good to worse.
Yeah, but then you went to Gengar,
That was bad.
and then you were finally on to Sceptile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it took me a while, but yeah, you're gonna see a lot more Shadow Mewtwo players resurfacing that guerrilla warfare tactics that people play. The style where they're very aggressive and they take risk. This is gonna be really big for them. They're gonna do a lot more of this. They're gonna have a lot more chances.
That's awesome.
So
That sounds like fun. So, were there any other notable changes that we wanted to look at? Or-
honestly, the only other changes would
Yeah.
probably be those support changes. I know Rayquaza got a big buff. That's
Ooh,
probably
what
the
did he
biggest
do?
one. He got a damage increase.
but
which
what did he do?
he when you summon him, he comes out. He gives you he's counter piercing. He pierces counterattacks. He
Oh.
also he's one of the fastest actually.
Yeah.
Summoning supports that attack, and he goes full screen.
Oh, nice.
He flies across the screen, and it's very
As
hard
he
to-
should,
you
because
gotta
he has
block
no
him.
wings. He's just a dojo dragon. Shaolin Showdown. Shout outs to them.
It's hard to dodge him, but he got an increased damage on hit, so
Okay.
that's gonna be kind of scary because he already was doing like Lapras damage, which is like
That's
almost
the
close
tidal
to
wave
200.
move. Yeah,
it was
surf.
like 190, 180.
That's awesome, though.
So-
I'm glad that because it was very quiet for a while for Pokken. It's almost like Injustice
Yeah.
how that's really quiet lately. But that's really awesome. That's good to hear because they needed an overhaul. I would love to get
No,
back
yeah.
into the game. I don't have it, but I would love to. One day when I get a Switch.
You want to know how they get people
I'm
back in the game?
What's that?
Lower the goddamn price. It's still pre-owned $57.
It's still Pokemon.
I can go pick up a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game for like $15.
Guess what? Renoa was announced in Dissidia.
Yes, she was.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, that segue was terrible.
No, it's
But
okay. So
this is one of my favorite characters of
okay.
all of Final Fantasy VIII. I'm
can,
sorry.
Can I just state for the record?
Go on.
I actually hate her as a character. I dislike her very much. And I'll give my reasoning why
Keep it full
after.
screen. Yeah.
Give my reasoning why after. But first, we're gonna watch this little trailer
Yeah.
here.
Oh my goodness.
Because like she actually looks. Oh, hold on.
It's okay. We don't need sound. Come on. Just play the clip.
All
Just
right,
play
so
it.
all right. Basically, she's one of those characters that I personally don't like as a character.
What?
I hated her in the storyline,
What?
but I like her moveset. I like the type of style that she plays.
Yeah.
I can't really tell if she's supposed to be an assassin or if she's supposed to be like
Oh yeah, there are different traits. That's right.
whatever Ace is, which is like I guess like range striker or whatever it's supposed to be.
True.
Ranger, something like that. I think it is.
Okay.
But she's definitely making me want to get the game because I like her moveset.
Yeah.
I think she's really cool.
Oh, you picked the moveset clip to watch. Okay.
So like,
we'll be here for a while. No.
no, we're gonna go through some of it.
No, that's fine.
She
All right,
has some,
Angelo. Go ahead.
she has like a
Sorry.
summon, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Angelo is one of my. Okay, so now you can keep going with the Dissidia
you're good.
and how she looks as a character. I think from her the trailer that they showed, she looked really good, especially her limit break. That looked pretty awesome. Looked like she controls a lot of the screen. and we'll be able to, float characters aren't terrible that I know of. I mean, how's Ultimecia in this game? I say Ultimecia. I don't know.
Ultimecia is really good, actually.
Yeah.
I think Ultimecia holds his own and it's not bad.
That startup though.
I like the moveset. The
Yeah?
moveset just covers so much,
Mhm.
and it's multiple hits. Multiple hits in games like this, in my opinion, are really scary because they bring a lot to the table
They
when
take
it's
a lot of
3v3.
bravery. Yeah.
3v3. Yeah, you're right. No, bravery
They
is
take
really
bravery. Anything that takes a lot of bravery is should be scared. Is that her HP attack?
big. Let's see.
Are those HP attacks? So if you don't know how Dissidia works, you have to. Every character has like bravery. That bravery is a larger number. The higher the number, that when you do an HP attack, that high number of your bravery is what actually does damage on your opponent.
These are her
Therefore-
brave attacks.
Those are bravery attacks.
Yes.
Okay.
Because her HP attacks would have they would have shown numbers.
Yeah.
It seems
you're
like
right,
there was
you're
no
right,
numbers
you're
on it. This
So,
looks like an HP attack.
right. Yeah. Well, or that's
Or-
at least her.
Oh, that's her
EX mode.
EX.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably a buff.
So yeah, what you do is you want to rack up your bravery. So that's the small hits you do. The higher the number of your bravery, the HP damage. That's how much damage you can take out with your HP attack, right? Yeah. I mean, I know I was.
So your bravery
yeah.
equals your overall damage, your
Yeah.
HP attack, which is
Yeah.
hits actual hit points.
And again, it's 3v3 game.
That looks like an HP.
Yeah, that definitely is. Maybe her EX mode. No, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, she seems like this
I
might
wish I
be.
could read Japanese today.
I don't know, man. She's got a ton of moves though.
Yeah,
that seem
it's
to
a
be
very large move.
very mixed, fast, very. It seems like a very charge base. Like she takes time sometimes, but once it comes out, it's instant and it's constant. And I think that's really cool because like she's very different from most of the characters. I do see that she has that move that was from I believe actually from Ultimecia, because Ultimecia has
Sure, it's
something
not
similar.
Edea.
Who?
Never mind. That was a Final Fantasy VIII reference, but okay. No.
Could have said Ion, but whatever.
Leave me alone. Come on. So what else? So just movesets. I mean, they just got
Yeah.
creative with the moveset. I really like her. Very reminiscent of her Final Fantasy VIII tools. She has wishing. Does she have wishing star as her final
That's probably
move?
her HP, huh? Wishing Star.
Yeah, wishing star is
I don't know. I mean,
not Angelo Rush. Well, she obviously had one of the. Oh, that's meltdown. That is definitely meltdown
that's
from
a
Final
HP.
Fantasy VIII.
That's an HP attack for
Yeah.
sure. I wonder if that will block though. If that's gonna block some HP attacks or brave attacks when she's doing that.
Meltdown was just a move in Final Fantasy VIII which lowered defense. It would against the opponent.
I think she gets HP back. Because I just saw her get from her dog. She just got like HP a little bit.
Maybe because the dog does.
Distortion.
Have you never played Final Fantasy VIII?
I've played Final Fantasy VIII,
You
but
never used Renoa.
There's reasons.
Well,
There's actual
Angelo,
reasons.
and it's not the dog. His name is Angelo. You might want to cancel.
Whatever.
His name is Angelo. Angelo, what?
Yeah.
Angelo is actually he gives heals. He gives potions. There's Angelo heal, Angelo potion, or Angelo comes in and revives somebody. Angelo's a support in the game as well. However, when it's time to use it, she does the shoot off, and then she does wishing star, which is the 8-hit combo, sort of like an omni slash or
I watched
octo
my brother
slash.
play this game mostly.
Yeah?
And then
Yeah?
his file got corrupted, and in fear
Oh.
of me playing the same
Yeah.
thing and having it happen,
right.
he was on the third disc
Right.
when it happened.
Not the fourth. Too bad.
He was going into the
Yeah.
fourth.
Oh, okay. So look, Renoa, I feel like is a very strong character. I think that's awesome. I wanted more. I would love more
I like
representation from 8 because every other game gets so much.
Who else would you add in from? Let's say Renoa wasn't one of the characters.
Okay.
Who would you have added
Cypher.
in? Cypher?
Mm-hmm.
Not like Zell or anything like that?
Yeah. But the team that me and my brothers always picked was Squall, Zell, Renoa. So if Zell gets into the game, that'd be a great 3-team.
So you
thing
want
to go.
the Final Fantasy 8. You eventually
Right,
want the.
right. However, I did remember I heard that like Selfie is really good, but Quistis is even better because of Shockwave Pulsar. She could learn that for some reason.
Well, I mean, they
Yeah.
seem to be standing true to all the characters that
Yeah.
like have been coming out and all their predecessors. and
I
whatnot, but
think that's awesome though. I the only 2 characters from 8 were Squall and Ultimecia. Right? Tifa's in the game, right?
Tifa's in the game.
Yeah,
so Final
see?
Fantasy 7 got their squad, their
course.
three-man squad already.
Oh wait, Laguna. What am I thinking? How dare I? How?
It's been a long time. It's
It
been a long
has,
time. I
it
would like to
has.
actually see a little bit more
Laguna's
representation.
been
from-
there since Dissidia 2, Duodecim, and yeah.
I actually would like to see some more representation from 2 games. 9. Because
Okay,
I
yeah.
feel like
It's
like maybe
Kuja
Vivi would
and-
be pretty cool to have, just to have.
Yeah, it's Kuja and Zidane right now.
Yeah, I would like
Okay.
to see maybe like Vivi.
Oh, I would
'cause
love.
I would
would
really
love
think
more
Vivi's
from 9.
Vivi's kind of in like across
Yeah.
the board, like all games. Think about it. Always shows up,
Yeah.
even if it's not an entity of being
Yeah.
used. Final Fantasy Tactics,
Right.
Final Fantasy 7, Final
Yeah.
Fantasy.
For a Final Fantasy
yeah.
to have, sorry to interrupt,
No, you're
but
good.
for a Final Fantasy to actually have a wizard come in there or a black mage go in there would be great. I think that's awesome.
Exactly.
You know,
Um,
how is Ramza in the game? Have we-
Rems is really good. It's very specialist. Very unique. Very hard to play.
yeah.
But I think that's what makes this game really cool.
Yeah.
Because
So-
honestly,
mhm.
guys, this game is really good pickup if you're looking for something to play with
True.
friends. If you're looking online, still a little but
Online
playing
is
with
online.
friends-
We get it.
yeah, playing
Yeah.
with friends, playing the game overall. I
Mhm.
think this is probably a great way for Dissidia to look better on a console than
Yeah.
it has on a
Portable.
handheld for a
Yeah.
long time. So,
So, would you team up with me if I got the game?
oh, absolutely.
Would you team up with me, listeners?
if you guys
watchers,
if
viewers?
you guys want to,
Yeah.
team up with us.
Yes.
We would be willing to do that. Just hit us up on Twitter.
Mhm.
Obviously, we'll give you that later. And
Wait,
jump
we
into
got,
Discord, too.
do we have to ask Dre first? No, I'm kidding. That's Crash Tag. We had to ask Crash Tag first. Maybe he wants to be on our team. But that's awesome.
yeah,
You were
he
saying, I'm
might.
sorry.
All right, guys. Well, we got
Mhm.
something new for you. Some more, obviously, updates and announcements. Skullgirls, second encore, surprisingly kicking it back, saying, yo, guess what? We're here again. Nintendo Switch time, though.
Yeah.
So portable Skullgirls. Do you know how
Mhm.
many people went crazy when this came out? They were like, yo, oh my God, I can play on the go now. And it's also like, it looks very good. I'm pretty sure it's going to look in 60 FPS when the game comes out because
Mhm.
a lot of fighting games lately have been having that 30 FPS issue.
Yeah.
But hopefully with this game, we'll see some 60 FPS, especially because, there's been a bunch of new fighting games coming out for this console, from
True.
Cross Tag to,
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dude, this
Yeah.
seems to be the wave now. This is like when we had the PSP Vita, and we
Mhm.
were like, man.
People were making fun of the Vita and having it portable. Why is Marvel 3 on there?
I know,
Do
but
you know how many combos I practiced on the plane to Evo?
do you know how many hitboxes and spheres? Yes, I said spheres. That we could see.
Yes.
And that
because of
was
the
really
PS
big.
Well, that was only in the replay, but you can still see it. Yeah.
I'd rather see it than not at all. So this is really cool, and I'm really happy for Mike Z and Lab Zero. We always talk about Lab Zero being one of our favorite companies when it comes to their games. And I think this is really awesome that they're finally making the move to the Switch because they've already done PC, PS4. I believe they were on Xbox.
They're on mobile as well. No, that's
The mobiles, I haven't gotten to try it yet, but
No.
I'm
I
interested.
tried it a
still.
little bit at Combo Breaker. Not a huge fan.
It's okay,
but they
right?
were giving away free stuff. So
It's like Street Fighter. It's like when Street Fighter 4 came out. For
that
the,
was actually pretty like a
that
nice
was
little
really good.
port. Yeah,
That was
this one is
different,
this
but,
one
like-
is very weird where you gotta swipe and swipe.
it's
swipe,
kind of like
swipe,
those.
swipe.
It's like those Injustice.
That's a weird
and-
swipe though.
It's like the Injustice stuff and
Mm.
Marvel superhero games, stuff like that. But yeah, guys, this is pretty cool. They got English and Japanese voices, which is awesome.
Yeah,
That you don't really get to see a lot lately, but we've been getting more and more games doing that.
sure.
And their challenges and trials are probably some of the best I've ever experienced in a long time. So go check that out, guys, for the Switch. That's Lab Zero for you.
That's awesome.
Coming with the good stuff.
That's
all the
good.
good
I
stuff.
love that Skullgirls is still getting love even after
I feel
7
like-
years it's been out.
I feel like he's made so much money. Just like we thought it was a $15 or whatever game, and now it's become it has its own circuit, and it's just wild.
I can't imagine like soon there's I mean not soon, but could you imagine if it gets some sort of announcement, like some sort of overhaul that just makes it like the new like Evo lineup game?
I would. The
I would
only way
love
that would
that.
happen is I would like to see Mike Z, and this is it's a little crazy, redo his engine, keep the same elements, and then add like a Unity backdrop where he has like that Blaze Blue or that Guilty Gear background where it's
Yeah.
3D.
Yeah.
But it'd be really cool because I think the game has a lot of good support.
It does.
But if it was ever to be in an Evo lineup like that,
That'd be awesome.
I would be entertained to watch.
Yeah.
I would. I tell people all the time, I'm like, I love watching Injustice 2.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy
No,
it.
I do.
It's fun.
I can agree. It's just
But-
because there's so much character variety.
Yeah.
And, you would always want a visually stunning game up in the tops. You don't want something to get stale at all. Melee. You just don't want something.
Whoa,
to get
let me get off this
stale.
right now. Let me get out of here. I heard too much. No, that's crazy, but no, it's
Um,
true. It is true.
No, but you don't want, because you want to keep everyone in the seats. I forgot where I was going, but yeah, that was such a nice little left turn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So we got one of your games that you actually very much enjoy to take a look at, which is Flex, or as you would like to correct,
Fexel. Flex
Alright.
Zone. All right,
Yeah.
but we have Fighting EX Layer, and Arika would like to formally announce the following additional characters for our game, which is Volcano Rosso, my favorite, even though I've never used him in other games, but I feel like he's still going to be pretty awesome. He had a sick theme. And then Polumporna, she had a sick theme as well. She tambourine on your face.
were they in Street Fighter EX Layer 3?
They were in Street Fighter EX3, the one that I let you borrow yesterday.
Oh, okay. So we'll have to definitely play that and
On stream?
try those characters one day. Yeah.
On stream?
Maybe we might be able to do something like that.
Let me stop.
Before
Let me
before
stop
they come
dreaming.
out. No,
Let me
it'd be
stop
fun.
dreaming
It'd be-
because
no,
if I
it'd be-
dream, I might
it
be
would
let
be-
down.
It would be dope.
So,
We did so
mhm.
before, like a few episodes ago.
Yes.
It was probably when they were just announcing. This is about maybe 5 episodes ago.
Sure.
They announced that they were going to be releasing extra characters if it was possible. They put a silhouette of Volcano
Volcano Russo, yeah.
Volcano
It's
Russo,
right there.
and
Mhm.
he was like, we were like, who could that be? And Dre was like, I think that's Volcano Russo.
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
you know,
That
we
hair.
we didn't know they were going to go full force with this, and it seems like
Right.
it's getting a lot of good
Not
feedback.
just that. These characters are free.
Free.
Free
You
of
got-
charge.
You hear that?
Yeah, quick
Free.
picture.
Free.
Yeah,
Free. Look at that.
that is pretty amazing. Now I have a
I
song.
don't
stuck
even
in
know
my
how I
head.
feel. Okay, whoa.
What? What's up?
What's up with this this cut part of his? I thought that was a part of his
He's got a
shirt.
jacket.
That
He's got a.
That's
he's got
his
a Dante
stomach.
jacket on. Yeah, he's got a belly shirt.
nah, man, come on.
It's
weird.
Let me
It's
not sing
weird.
the song. Yeah, it is weird, but it's
Like,
Volcano
It's
Rosso.
all these different colors.
I hope they don't nerf his pressure. I heard the game is being
Come
a
on,
little
it's-
scrubby. I don't have the game
Fle-
yet. I'm
Flex
sorry.
look like a little ridiculous in my opinion from what I've been watching.
Oh, it's a great game.
Yeah, it's a great game, but it looks like very oppressive
Yeah,
game.
we're
if you don't
hearing
know what's
that.
happening.
Oh goodness, Blair is pretty cheap.
That's who I would play.
Yeah, of course you would. For now,
Or
for now, until you're like, oh,
Surusai or
Shirase.
Shirase. Thank you.
Mhm. She's one of the lower played characters.
Yeah,
we
but I
talked about
still
this
like
last
her.
week.
She's cool. She did well at
yeah.
CEO. She got like top 4 or something.
Oh,
like
CEO had a tournament. Okay, yeah.
that. Yeah, they had
did
like
have,
a.
yeah.
and they got
yeah,
stream
yeah.
time.
Yeah, the stream time was it in the cage match thing?
No, it was
No.
it was like the last day, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, also looking
yes.
at Pomo too. She looks really good.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know what
great.
she does. She looks like she has a tambourine and she plays some music.
You didn't
I'm-
know?
I'll be honest, I
Man,
was
where you
never
been in
really
the
big
90s?
into fighting EX Layer. Like during this time,
You weren't
I-
into Street Fighter EX 1 or 2?
no,
No?
I played a lot of CVS 2. I played a lot of CVS 1,
Right.
and that's where I was kind of at in the Marvel series.
Okay.
So this never really I heard of it, but
Yeah.
it never really was
Polum
like, hey,
is
go to it.
a cool character. I consider her sort of a Cammy, not with the dive kicks, but she's got a spiral arrow. She has a flash kick
Oh,
move.
you already said everything I needed. Does she have
Did
a
I mention
projectile?
she dances?
I don't care about that. Does she have a projectile?
No. But listen, these are characters that use their legs as projectiles. Okay.
I need a projectile
Fei
with
Long,
these characters.
Fei Long and Cammy don't have projectiles, but their body is their projectile.
And
Okay.
and look how that turned out. Ultra. Fei Long just punch people and they just die, right?
Fei Long was S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then look at now Street Fighter 5. Where's Cammy?
S tier.
Yeah.
'Cause they
I
use their
need a
bodies
character
as
with
projectile.
a fireball.
She
So that
doesn't
they can
need a
be
project- she
S
doesn't
tier,
need a
right? I need
fireball.
S tier. I need
She,
tier.
what's she gonna do?
where no-
Throw a tambourine? How does she get it back? She's not Captain
She don't
America.
need to get it back. She can just go pick it up later or something like that. I don't know.
We're
It
gonna
breaks. I don't
discuss
know.
this later.
How about it just explodes and takes half their damage?
We'll
Whatever.
discuss this later, and we'll play the game. And
Either
then
way,
we'll see
either
who's right
way.
or who's wrong.
I think that it's really cool that they're giving us free
Jeez.
DLC, and
Yes.
that's something you don't see often. And
No.
usually Namco is the one who does that for us. Or
No, Noctis wasn't free.
this is the first time they're actually doing any of that.
Yeah.
Tekken's never, besides Tekken Bowling in the past,
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever charged us. They've never really charged us for extra characters.
What are you talking about? In what? Tekken
DLC
7?
wise. Dark Resurrection. All the
Oh, I
characters
didn't
were-
play those. I'm sorry.
Yeah, those were all all the stuff was mostly free
Yeah.
from them.
Well,
So
I mean, you're still talking
Um,
about Dragon Ball Fighters. Those characters are not
Soul
free.
Calibur, I think all their characters were free, came free afterwards too.
Soul Calibur. Do we
Yeah.
have anything about that?
No, maybe we do. Let's see. Oh, look at
Yes.
that. We got some Soul Calibur for you guys. We got a little bit of an interview. Just kind of, going over the developing and serious and feedback for the post-launch. I'm not going to lie. I totally did not take a look at this too in depth. But for what it's worth, guess what? We have a video. And that's always nice, right?
Poor guy. This guy.
So, no. But, like, I'll play the video. But, like, from what everybody's been saying,
Yes.
they've been saying this game is phenomenal right now.
Yeah.
They said play smooth. It feels right. Like this might be, and I'll go with this. This game looks like it could be It is one of the grandfathers of 3D fightings, I'll say. But I would say this is like the come up for how Tekken came up. So Tekken 7 really, really, really jumped the gap for itself. And I feel like that's what Soul Calibur is about to do itself. Soul Calibur 6 is about to do too.
Did I just see someone do their special move and then just counter it with their special move activated? So this is feeling very Street Fighter 4 Ultra,
little bit.
Ultra Street Fighter 4-esque.
Well, they implemented it in Tekken 5. I mean, Soul Calibur 5.
Yeah.
That's when we start really seeing supers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know.
Which is fine. I don't think they incorporate it in a
take
negative
out
way.
that little ad. Sorry. You want to take out that little ad in the bottom? Sorry. It's just my OCD.
No, you're good.
Okay.
But something that was said by Okubo, he said Tekken is a very mainstream feeling fighting game, and I think there's a place for that. And I think no matter how many people I ask, I'm like, yo, man, do you know about Soul Calibur? They're like, yo, dude, I'm going to play Soul Calibur. I'm like, wait, why do you want to? I was like, I thought you would know any other game like Dragon Ball Fighters, something like that. Everybody knows Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur is relatable.
I honestly didn't know how big Soul Calibur was in the scene. Like it's been so long that I was in the scene after 5 came out, and I wasn't into 5, and 5 didn't like. I was like, who takes Soul Calibur seriously? But I always saw Tekken, and Tekken was always the one that got that. Tekken Tag came out, and they were playing the end of Resurrection. So, to see a Soul Calibur come out and see, I want to see what this community has for this game since it's been so long. I'm ready to see what they've got, what people are going to do with this game. Also, I forgot what I was going to say, but do you think this will make Evo line up next year?
Absolutely, 100%. Something that is always particular about, I feel, this game specifically is it's the 3D fighting games of weapons. Okay. There's no other genre that I've come across.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat doesn't just have weapons. They fight with their fists and everything like that.
I mean, prior to their 2D, them going back to 2D,
True.
They had little weapons, but it wasn't like strictly
a weapons game. Yeah, this game is like weapons galore, and I think this is the first time you're going to see Soul Calibur take the stage and stay on the stage.
Do you think it'll be on the Sunday game? You think Tekken will go back to Saturdays and Sunday will be?
I think for Namco's sake, the smart thing is to take Tekken 7 off the EVO lineup and put it on a Saturday. And the reasoning why I say this is because you already have the Tekken Tour. The
Tekken World Tour is great.
There is no Soul Calibur World Tour yet.
So here's my thing. I'm just saying, CEO's Tekken 7 was the best Tekken I've ever seen.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
That was the best Tekken I've ever seen. Now, I can't wait to see how this game gets competitively, Soul Calibur, because I want to see how it is, if it can stand up to that hype.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Yeah. Tekken is a little bit easier to kind of see how things are transpiring.
Right, you have to. I mean, sometimes you have to play the game and then, in order to be like, oh.
But it's fighting, so you kind of can. You can be like, oh man, that was a sick hit. If they can imitate the same type of hit factors that Tekken brings to the table, because Tekken has some dope moments, some slowdowns.
And that's the movement. Like if you can see, like there's far reach in this game where the movement has to be very strict. You have to be out of the range of a very large throwing out move. And ring outs too. Like there are so many elements to this game that could make it or break it.
That right there, as you can see,
clash.
Those are really important.
Yeah.
And if you notice, a lot of the things with the game now are going towards. They're keeping that core factor, but they're also moving towards, hey, we want to have a little bit more flash, a little bit like Tekken does. And I think that's important because they need people to see what's happening so that they can go, I'm entertained. I'm watching even though me and you could be playing at a godly high level, and then
But we're not being entertained by the flashiness. We're thinking, what's the next move? What's the
we're
next
like
move? What's the
a
next
little
move?
poke to us is like to the person that plays it, it's like, oh my god, that was
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a sick read.
Yeah.
But to an audience is like, oh my god, that's
Right,
so
right.
cool. It's weapons
Right.
on the screen, and they say that a lot of what makes Soul Calibur feel so good is the fact that it's not the characters, it's the weapons that are implemented
Sure.
into the game,
Yeah.
and that's really important. And I think
Whereas,
that
yeah,
they're doing that.
Whereas with Dragon Ball Z, you're sort of like, oh, level 3s. Oh, that's flashy. But then it's like, it's over.
Yeah.
I seen it again. Oh, I'm seeing it twice.
But
So
that's definitely how it's always been, and that
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
I hope it takes out a lot of this repetitiveness that we're seeing in some fighting games soon.
I
lately.
mean, Soul Calibur has always had a really unique.
yeah,
play
I-
style,
I'm
so
ready
it's-
for
it's
it.
not
I'm
an
ready
easy
for,
game.
and I'm ready for more guest characters if they're gonna do that.
I think that's what's going to pull a lot of people, and I think they need to keep. That's why I say they need to move Tekken off the Evo lineup
True.
because they've done all their guest characters. In my opinion, that could appeal to an outside audience, which is
Right.
fighting game players.
Yeah.
Now, I think this game gives leadway to people who are not just fighting game players. So
I'm with it.
unfortunately, guys, we don't have anything for Dragon Ball Fighters or Injustice 2 because
I'm thinking no. Yeah,
I
no,
thought there would
yeah.
be, but people
Sorry.
are still demanding patches. Summits just ended, CEO just ended,
No, we still have the world tour going on. The next
Yeah.
stop is Evo, I believe.
which is gonna be big. I
is
think
it
it's gonna be
Evo? No, Defend the North is not one, and there's no
No,
other
it's Evo.
tournaments happening.
Evo's
yeah,
the next
Evo.
stop.
Evo's Dragon Ball number 2.
Damn, I'm not.
If
even
somebody
gonna
has
get that.
all 7 Dragon Balls, they get to grand finals of the world tour.
So
yeah,
how many
Kazunoko has
what,
the first.
what if he doesn't win one of them? Does that mean there's 5 other stops? Yes.
Yamcha has to argue with that one.
Yeah, he's gonna be laying on the ground hopefully.
Real quick, the DMC outfits are available on Street Fighter V. That
Yes.
is the Nero and the Dante outfit. Dante for Ken, Nero for Ed for Nero, and Gloria outfit. Make sure you get it by tonight or tomorrow.
That's the
night.
last time you can get it.
Yeah, for
Ah.
the boot, for the Gloria Lara outfit. I am a big fan. I am actually playing through all the DMCs right now. I started DMC 2 and then I
You already beat one?
I instantly went to DMC 3.
Oh man, no, finish 2.
No.
Finish 2. You gotta finish
Stop
2. It's a
this.
big part of the story. It's a big part of the story. You don't have to enjoy the game, just enjoy the story.
What happened to you since you were gone? Doesn't matter.
I like the
Gloria
story.
outfit is available. Gloria is, of course, from Devil May Cry 4. That Laura outfit is gonna look sick. So, yeah, that's awesome. That's all I
Alright.
have to say about that.
And guys, that is obviously the end of the Fighters Corner.
Yeah.
We're going to be moving into the randoms of the
Oh,
FGC.
man.
And you know that Andreas usually does this. I'm not going to kick it like he does. I'm just going to say, it's about the who's, what's, fights, what's going down in the FGC or outside of it. So, yeah,
I'm
let's
with
get
it.
into it.
Show me what is happening.
So first up, we got some EVO Japan 2019
Mhm.
announcement.
Oh
Guys.
yeah.
February 15th to the 17th.
Watch your mouth when you're saying this location. It's in Fukuoka.
We're going there, guys.
Yeah, and
Going
that's
there.
February 15th through 17th. That is pretty much Valentine's Day weekend. So bring your significant other.
So it was around January last time.
It is January 26,
So
27,
they
28.
pushed
I wanna
it
say.
back this time.
Yeah, they pushed it
And,
forward.
and I'm
yep.
curious if this location that we're looking at, if that's gonna do anything differently for us. Like, is it gonna? Because I mean, I know you guys had the experience, and I'm definitely 100% going this year. I can't miss it. But my thing is, do you feel like slowly that same experience creeping down your back again? Like it might be the same thing.
No, I feel like they've learned from a lot. I did give some feedback to Evo Japan about it, or at least to Markman, and he appreciated the feedback. He did say that it's their first time. It was,
Yeah.
the location was a little bit unexpected. They didn't expect so many people, especially
I
with
mean,
the free event as
You
well.
said free.
Yeah, it was a free event. People could walk in, put whatever. It was weird,
So I
but
wonder if it's gonna be free this time.
it possibly could, because I remember there was a
Still
thing for
gambling also.
Japan. They needed or wanted it to be free.
Okay.
It's gonna be an amazing time. It's a good time still. I'd recommend people go for a trip and then enjoy the event as well. But I wouldn't enjoy the event, but don't just go for the event. I did. People say, "Oh, you went for the event." Listen, I had to make arrangements a little late, but I did go to Japan for 4 days. I enjoyed myself. Evo Japan is always. I'm sure it's always going to be a good time. It's an experience. I think sort of like a pilgrimage. Like if you go to,
You're like
first for like players, I think every player should have a chance to go to Evo.
Absolutely.
Evo Vegas, but
Yeah.
Evo Japan is like that bigger step, and just so that as you as a gamer can actually go to Japan, that's just
So right now, I'm just gonna ask before we go into our random.
sure.
Right now, do you think that it's that if you had to choose, like say like Las Vegas and Japan was on the same date, you had the money for it, perfectly fine to go either one. Same date, well, which one would you go to? Like, would you suggest people to go to for their first time experience?
I say Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Don't
definitely
leave the
because
Japan alone.
just the magic of the FGC, and you'd get to see people that you could probably not saying that you can't, sort of socialize or network with people in Japan,
Mhm.
but because in the U.S. you can still talk to these people in the U.S. or maybe even travel or see them at another event, and I think you can get a lot more experience going to Evo Vegas, and you can get
Okay.
to experience different players, top tier players that you can maybe get to play them, or even say, pick their brains a little bit more.
So you feel
So-
like Japan's a little sealed off?
Not entirely. I think it's just for me language barrier as
Mm.
well. You
That
get
is
to
big.
play some people, and then you'd have to sort of like. I remember the guy who made it out my pool. I was like, yeah, I made it out, and he's like, oh, cool, and I'm like, yeah, he didn't anti-air. He's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah.
Like there's
So,
still like
yeah.
that language barrier,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're like,
Oh, of
you guys
course.
are, like,
Yeah, because they play Street Fighter. They know that Americans are coming. They're gonna
But I-
understand a little bit of English. Yeah.
I just think it's cool,
Mhm.
honestly, that fighting game, like something you don't think people would learn each
Yeah.
other's language.
Yeah.
We speak another language.
Oh,
Completely.
yeah.
It's
Anti-air.
oh yeah, I know what that
You
is.
know? Yeah.
But-
So
Yeah, that's pretty cool though, man. So real quick, talking about some interesting things. Sonic Fox kind of saying, I don't really think I want to stick around for Injustice 2 anymore.
it's understandable.
That's really big.
I can see why. It says he says it sucks to say this, but current meta of Injustice 2, I don't think I enjoy the game anymore. Passion ain't there for me anymore. That was the emoji. If the meta stays the way it is, I'm most likely going to drop it competitively after IPS finale. Question mark?
Well, okay. Well, what do you think of this? Because this is a big thing, especially with him having a sponsorship and whatnot.
yeah. It's about time. No, it's just
Some people may say
he
that.
must
No,
have
I'm
been
not- I'm
learning
not gonna
from
lie.
me. I think no. I think it's maybe it got stale for him. He changes so many characters as well. I almost said he uses Cassie Cage. No, he uses Cold
Everything.
and not Mr. Freeze, but
Yeah.
and Michelangelo, and he uses there was another
He
character.
does have Black Adam in his
Black.
pocket.
Oh, everybody has a Black Adam. I don't want to hear that. So there's another character I know that he uses, but there was another DLC, I believe. Anyway, I think he made himself a little bit stale in that game, and also focusing on Street Fighter. I mean, not Street Fighter. Terrible.
Dragon
What is
Ball.
this? Final round 2016.
Jeez. He did well in,
no.
in Street Fighter. I still give him
Yeah,
time.
it's a Fang player. Go look it up. It's pretty good matches.
Yeah.
Winter Brawl and Final Round 2016. Anyway, I think that he is making a good decision. However, I think he has to be a little choicy with his words, because him doing that, him doing that kind of affects the community, a
Yeah.
large amount of the community. If Sonic Fox not playing, why should I play the game?
Or
This is like if Justin said that.
true, but it might ignite a fire under people who haven't had the chance to really get past that hump, which might have been Sonic Fox, and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
I get to come back and fight people." I hate to say it this way, more at my level. Even though Sonic Fox hasn't been doing his best,
Right.
but he's still been placing like top 3 in every top 8 for these
He
games.
was in top
playing
3 at
other
Combo
games.
Breaker, I believe, or at least top
CEO,
8.
he was top 3.
Oh, okay. I didn't get to
Or
watch
top-
CEO.
Yeah, he was top 3.
At least top 8.
But like the
you
thing
know,
is,
yeah.
he's placing really well in these other games while playing other games that are significantly his main game. So my thing is, now that he's leaving, or if he's planning to leave Injustice 2, I know they were looking forward to the MK. MK would have definitely kept him in that loop.
Yeah.
But
But now all his focus is in Dragon Ball or Skullgirls.
I don't think
He
it's
got
a,
second in Skullgirls and Combo Breaker.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think this is a bad thing. I think this might be
Yeah.
a new door for him.
Do you think this is sort of igniting a fire under NRS's butt?
No, I actually think it's I think it's a way of saying that there needs to be new players
Mm-hmm.
in the NRS community
Okay.
that do what
NRS
Sonic's.
By the way, NetherRealm
NetherRealm,
Studios. Yeah.
There needs to be another Sonic Fox to come up. and I'm not saying it has to be the same age. There has to just be somebody who can.
Oh, Samij is very good.
capable.
Yeah.
Samij is doing very well, and I think that's also a big thing. If you look at it, him and Sonic Fox train together all the time.
Yeah.
Now that you have like Noble Tweety,
Yes, he did an
You have
amazing job at Combo Breaker.
all
Black
these
Adam and Green Lantern. Yeah.
you got all these strong players that are coming out the woodworks.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that Sonic Fox is weak or
Right.
anything.
It's not saying Honeybee's. I mean, Honeybee's still gonna stick with his NRS. The Robin player, he makes consistent top 8s.
Biohazard or
Nope.
Hayate.
Hayate. You've got
Biohazard did
Noble
really well at
Dragon.
CEO.
Is he still Noble Dragon?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe so.
Or is he? Doesn't
I
matter.
believe so, yeah.
Dragon. You've got you've got your Injustice, lineup,
It's
and they're
not like
still
they're
good
gone.
in MK too, huh?
I was like, it's not like Injustice is gone, guys. It's like
No,
Sonic
no.
Fox is
It's
just
just-
choosing to move on.
Yeah, I just hope that the community doesn't take it as all right. I
personal
shouldn't. If
shot.
he doesn't care, I shouldn't care. Because
Especially because of the way you
the
said
same thing the same thing that with Justin Wong. When Justin dams one sort of
it. That's true.
thing, everyone sort of follows tail with it. Justin is the face of the FGC, like the face meaning the good guy.
Yeah, like I
You
mean,
know?
people follow what you say and what
Right.
you do. You have
Right.
clout within the community and a little bit outside of it.
Yeah.
But I do think this is going to be good for Sonic Fox because now he can focus more time. And
Dragon
he's
Ball.
just did a little summit thing for himself at his place. He had like Hook Game
really?
God. He had Oh, you didn't hear about this? I hear everything. He had a little miniature training summit session. He had Hook Game God. He had Super Noon. He had Ken and Black, I guess. He had a couple of players come through that are going to train with him to kill Sage. So I think
Didn't
that's
call
really
me.
cool.
He didn't
because
call me. That's crazy. No, I'm kidding.
I think his Dragon Ball career is going further.
Oh, sure.
It's definitely a new step in a new direction for players that he
For
wants to fight.
pro players like that is where the money is.
I feel like he's getting a chance to finally fight players that are the best in their category.
Yeah.
So you're getting your Guilty Gear Kazunoko.
Mhm.
You're getting a bunch of Street Fighter
They
5.
have to grow
S-tier
because
players.
listen, they have to grow because they got washed the CEO. Alex Myers Street Fighter 5 tier list.
Let's get to that.
Yes. I actually had to play him this weekend.
Yeah, how
last
did
weekend.
that go for you?
So
Because-
he beat me 2-0. However, I did get a round off of him.
And
He
who'd you
does not
use?
block high. I used Laura.
So you use Laura. Let's see.
Yeah.
Laura is on the
Mid-tier.
mid, has faults. As
She
his
does.
character,
I would agree.
Cammy, is at the top tier.
Yeah, well, Cam.
Don't
I
tell me
feel
you
like
didn't use Cammy.
he used Cammy, of
Okay, I'm
course.
about to say.
Laura's faults is that she doesn't get quite amazing meaties. She doesn't get big things off of knockdowns. She has meaties, but it's like, what's the other option? You know,
Sure.
you have to be a mind reader. Where with Cammy, you don't have to mind read at all. You just walk up and grab,
So do you feel this
or
tier
you don't
list-
tech grabs at all.
True. Do you feel this tier list actually stands true? Because, like, I mean, I'm looking at it. I get it. The Kuma, I didn't really know he was up there like that.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I don't know if that's just a personal matchup experience thing, but I can definitely agree with the Cammy. I can agree with the Minot and the Gal, but I feel like Gal's a little bit higher up there.
No,
Maybe he's
no.
gotten nerfed enough. Ibuki, I definitely agree, is still there.
I think Ibuki needs to be higher.
Really?
Yes.
See, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like I thought Abigail would be a little bit higher. I know
he
he
got
has his
nerfed
faults.
hard.
Urian, I know, got nerfed.
Yeah,
I know
he
Colin got nerfed,
yeah,
too.
But still, Urian is pretty ridiculous.
But man-
Nikali, I do not agree with.
Whoa.
What's
Like,
that?
I'm just jumping to the bottom real quick,
Yeah.
and I'm noticing, I'm like, Ryu's at the pit bottom,
Yes, he is.
but even Alex is better than him, and so is Geef, and we used to always say
I
Geef
think
was worse.
I think Alex should be up where Rashid is.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
What are the options
Sure.
that you have when you get knocked down by Alex?
Gate grab,
No,
good
die.
hit. Oh, okay.
Die. You just die.
Well, I guess that's all the same.
Just die. No, he has really good meaty setups, and it's just his crouch. What is it? Down forward fierce. 3 fierce. That thing is it's even. Like it's almost even. Like even if you try to jump out of it because he's gonna command grab you, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna jump or are you gonna get hit by it again? When you jump, like it's such
Yeah.
a mix-up that I can't even grasp it. And
You're
I have
already,
to,
you're the character. You're
as
someone who
soon
plays-
as I see an Alex knock me down, I have to stand up, wake up jab because it's 3 frame,
What I
and then I get crush countered.
What I think is funny is because you play a character that somewhat has similarities, yet his seems to be like kind of like
Yeah, I can't think like an Alex player when I get knocked down, or when I get a knockdown with like a Lara.
you're just like
I'm
what
so
about-
safe. That's my problem though.
So I mean,
I love that Blanca Chan is the picture for Blanca.
overall, two characters or three 3 characters that you would move up or down.
3 characters I would move up. I would definitely move Ed up. I would move Alex up, and I would move. Let me see. I would move Jury up. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, why Ed? Is it because like after playing a lot against him, you see like there's a lot of differences and seeing
Ed's
how,
V Trigger
how people do?
2 enhanced him so much. It's that plus 3 or 2 that mix up is too good. And Lil Evil is also doing so
Yeah,
well with
that's
him.
what I'm saying.
UYU Lil Evil, check him out. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to Jefford. And I think Ed is very slept on. I think, and even Dominion, there are not too many Eds out there. I think if we should potentially, like, I wish Japan would pick him up because, man, he
you
is.
think they would have a lot
Oh
more?
yeah. Oh yeah. Just like how Mina and Ibuki, all top 5 are pretty much Japan players.
So do you think like, and I guess this will be the last thing and we'll move on.
Oh, you asked what characters on the top I would bring
Well,
down.
I was
but go
saying
on.
which characters would you move up or down?
Yeah,
Just 3.
or down. Oh, okay.
But I mean,
down.
if you feel there's 3 characters from the top, you could move down. Who would you?
I would say Nikali moved down, Birdie moved down, and Colleen. No, I don't know. I think that's fine. I think that's fine.
That's all you would move, really?
Yeah.
So
I'm
like,
sorry, you were saying.
this list,
Yes.
just overall, do you feel that's coming from a Cammy player perspective, a player who's played against all of the top players, or just looking at what is winning right now? Where do you think that's coming from? Because like from what I'm noticing, I feel like this is from Alex Meyer's experiences as a Cammy player,
Yeah.
but also looking outside and saying this is what's also
Well,
working.
He'd lost to Kaba in winners finals, so that's probably his reasoning for Guile being up there. I would say it's a little bit of both. I'd say it's more what he saw because, however, Akuma was not in top 8 this
Yeah,
weekend.
That's what kind of
However,
confused me.
or last weekend. However, Tokido did lose to another Akuma in his pool, first round. So what does that mean? That means that Akuma loses to Akuma.
So Akuma doesn't really lose. He just
No.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting aspect. That's a good question. I think it's something we have to look more into. It's a tough one because, a lot of times you base it off of what you've lost to, but sometimes it's just characters need to be more looked at. I think from a professional aspect or standpoint, where people are like, "Oh, this character's just bad, just pick Cammy." I feel like that's where Street Fighter is. This character's bad, just pick this character. And there's no character where somebody's a character specialist of it. You know?
I think the biggest thing is it's hard to make a character specialist at this point because most of the characters are so, I hate to say it, they're bland.
Yeah. There's
So
no
it's
there's
not like a
nothing that can
Marvel
really
3.
surprise you other than like a Manat doing something godlike.
Which, I mean, like, in the beginning, we said Minot was probably going to be super good, and then we were like, she seems too difficult. And now the difficulty is, even though it's up there, she's showing
The
off
execution is there.
Yeah.
Infiltration, Sako, Sako had that evil Ryu. He had them combos, man.
So it's not like he was far
Yeah.
off. I mean,
Sako
most
is a
stuff in-
CPT winner, I'm sure. I think.
Those combos are hard, might I add.
Yeah,
For you
yeah.
guys who don't know,
Yeah.
go do some of her trials.
Yeah.
They ain't easy, man. And I had trouble with them. And
You did it all? How long
took-
did it take you? Okay.
So, next in our randoms to the FGC, we actually could be discussing more about this new Dragon Ball movie. And the reason why I want to discuss about this is because, yes, Broly's becoming canon now,
Okay.
but I
Or
don't
is
really
he?
care about that. What I care about is this movie seems like it might have some extra characters.
Okay.
So, with that being said, do we feel that some of these extra characters could possibly take more of a, I guess, bigger role than the super characters that are asked for, or
Okay.
any of the characters asked for? Like, so let's say we get like 2 cool, really badass characters that
Yeah.
are supporting Brawly or whatever it may be in this
Right.
movie. Do you feel that they have a higher chance of showing up in Dragon Ball Fighters than maybe like Kefla or Kaba or any of them?
I'm sorry. I think I think if we're getting any more DLC characters, it would have to. I think they're going to focus on what people have already seen, or at least what America is seeing right now.
Okay.
I know there's the movie, and I know it's coming to Japan, so it's not going to be a dub until like next year. So I think it's all gonna be when the world sees the characters,
Okay.
legally.
We're not gonna talk about bills.
So I'm pretty sure that when Jiren and all those characters step into the light in America's Dragon Ball, that's when we'll get those characters a little bit, and then
But remember, Super is still going.
Yes,
in
I know, in America.
Here.
Yeah.
And I think they're already at the World
They're at the
Tournament.
tournament
so we know
power.
about Jiren,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But they've already
I see what
passed.
you're
They
saying.
already passed Goku Black, and people. As soon as they got the game, Goku Black was already in the game, and people knew now who Goku Rose was and all that. So, I think it would be already not that the game would be like pushed to the side already by that time, but if it's gonna be any DLC, maybe a DLC outfit for this new Broly looking character.
That would be pretty cool.
Or
well, it's supposed to be canon now. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
I
nobody
just don't
knows
know
what they want to do for the story.
I mean, it would be interesting, but I just don't know what else you can sort of bring. We'll have to see.
Just
we'll
keep
have to
in
watch the
mind,
movie and see.
if they change the storyline to completely from what it was before.
Yeah, watch Broly be the good guy and we're
No,
the
no,
bad guys.
no, no,
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't do that. Either way, if they did change the storyline, and this is my last thing, if they did change the storyline, how would you feel as someone who's watched the Dragon Ball Z series, and like, would you feel kind of like betrayed? Because like we kind of always grew up as like the storyline is Broly was next to Goku in a pod and he cried and he was like, I hate this kid. I'm powering up to the legendary Saiyan. Like,
it was pretty obnoxious, but I don't know. I mean,
do you think they should probably make a stronger story behind him now?
Sure. Why not?
You seem like so satisfied with the first story that you don't want change.
No, I'm not satisfied with the first story at all. It's just I feel like Broly just had some issues.
I mean,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of things we can bring with new characters from that. I still think it's really early, too early to tell. Especially, we don't know exactly where they're going to go. If they're going to make a Super Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or if they're going to make an Ultimate Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which I think they might, and change up so many things.
That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we got until December 14th.
It is Arxis. So I mean, they have Unu, right? They have Unu, yeah, Unu and Unist. They changed it.
No. So
that's
French
company. Right.
Don't worry, you and Dre do the same things. What the hell?
Well, I'm just saying they're in BB Cross Tag Battle,
He
and
always
they
says
love
that
making
too.
they love making sequels. So, Exerd, Revelator, and then Exerd, and then Exerd 2. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a Dragon Ball Fighters 2, or like they're gonna change the Z to a 2, so it's gonna be Dragon Ball Fighter 2.
Connection with Toei, connection with Bandai, connection with Arxis. I think we're gonna see something that we're not gonna expect.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
So
I'd be hype.
My favorite company in the world kicks it off again. Arby's.
Pictures.
Arby's is like, guys, guess what? Why is it not showing? Okay, they're like, Arby's is like, guys, guess what? You went to AX 2018, which is all the way out in California.
LA. Uh-huh.
They were like, hey, guess what? If
Anime
you missed
Expo.
it, here's our Soul Calibur for Arby's out of Arby's boxes.
That's pretty amazing.
This is sick. Look
Yeah.
at the little dragon on his head.
I'm more like, that's just
Like-
all really good line work, dude.
What if you walked into an Arby's, like randomly, you were just on a road, no reason why we would go into Arby's when there's like IHOP and other stuff.
What do you mean
around.
no reason? I would go to Arby's first.
Hear me out. There's a
Sorry.
Chick-fil-A right next to the Arby's. There's really no reason to go inside. There's no real reason to go into Arby's, but you just so happen to look into the window and you see this Soul Calibur character.
We're not being paid by Arby's, by the way.
I know we're not yet, but just think about it.
Go on.
But you do
What's
walk
the next
in, you
picture?
see this, like, I'd be like, how can I buy this off of you guys?
I would say I must buy a burger or they will have my soul. The soul eater will take my soul. What's the next? I want to see. I know there's a zoomed out picture of it.
Oh, yeah, that looks
that's-
phenomenal.
Look at that arm, dude.
Oh, man.
Even the
just-
eye. Even the eye. This the work that goes
They
into
went
that.
ham,
How many
and they put them on a
sandwiches
stack
did
of
they-
Arby's
yeah.
boxes.
How many sandwiches did they eat?
This is really cool though. Like I'm
Yeah.
glad. Like I really love seeing this creativity, especially from a company like Arby's.
Yeah.
I think they.
Somebody is a fan, I'd say. Somebody
Dude,
somebody is
we're
a
off.
fan of. Somebody is like us that is in Arby's. Like,
Yo,
Yeah.
when they did the Yamcha, that's when we knew it was gonna be real. Like,
dude, when they started the whole thing, we knew it was gonna be amazing. Arby's is so good at just
I just
not
want to
just
see
that,
them continue.
not just that it being like a what is it? A thing about nostalgia, but they're just good at like, you know, admiring just different amounts of work that people find nostalgic, or that people are just relevant to pop culture or even video game culture. Doesn't have to be that. It can be anime. It can be just they have that niche crowd. They know who they're trying to.
I'm
to
so
talk
confused how Arby's even comes out like video games of all things. Like they do video games overall, which is cool. But I'm just surprised.
Anime, they do a lot of anime stuff.
I'm
Like
surprised they're not,
obscure anime stuff that I do not know.
like Elf and Lied or something, some weird stuff like.
See, I don't even know what you're talking about. Or Evangelion, I don't even know what that looks like.
All I'm saying is, I think it'd be really cool to see them like partnership with like maybe like Bandai or something like that in the future. So
awesome.
Obviously, guys, that is it for our randoms in the FGC.
That was pretty random.
Moving on from that, we're going to be doing, obviously, one of my favorites is the plug and play.
Yes.
We talk about all types of hardware, different
to me.
things, like, you know, what you may need on the road. So, first off, surprisingly, because Dre keeps up with everything, guys, he put this in there for you. He wanted to follow up with the new Smash Stick.
I didn't get to see this.
An Alt Lab controller shares footage of people playing on their new innovative Smash Stick at CEO. I'm surprised you didn't see it.
I was there. I didn't get to see
there.
this.
But
I
you
didn't
don't
notice.
like Smash like that. Like, you wouldn't really gravitate to that area because there's so much pro wrestling stuff and all this other cool stuff. Like, you know.
Not because of the smell, right?
And plus Ultimate.
Ultimate what? Oh, I didn't get to play that either. The line was so long.
I wouldn't even try.
Why? I really want to play with Greninja.
That line seemed really long.
It was.
You probably would have had to wait there for 8 hours.
And then they were probably like playing hand warmers first, and then they would probably reset the game, and then
You
they'd
get
probably.
it. But this is real quick. I just want to show you guys a quick video. This looks really
Whoa!
cool.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I mean,
the
this
way
is
that
a little
dude's
wild.
hands. What is up with the dude's hands?
This is a little wild. Like, I'm not even sure how I feel because it has like that hitbox look
Okay.
to everything. Real quick. let me
Sorry,
just
I think
do
you
a
guys may
little-
have to protect. You may have had to protect your ears from my whoa.
Like, I like this because here's the thing. This has a little cool, like, it has at least like 8 to 10 buttons, and I'll try to like freeze frame it for you when I get to it.
All right. So wait a minute. When we play Smash, when you think about Smash, you have A, B, Y, and X. When you don't need both jumps.
Yeah.
You have Z, which is a grab, and then the Z
And bam,
guard,
there we
and then
go.
you have R, which is R and L, which is your other grab. So, oh man, look at that.
See, that's the thing. I'm seeing the Smash Stick incorporated, which is all the yellow keys. They have the left up and right smash, and then the down smash is right next to the attack button and the Z. And I can only imagine like that you shift your fingers up to hit those keys or down. I don't really know if I like this because it does remind me a little bit of the hitbox, but a very awkward version of the hitbox. I do like that the shield and jump are where they are at. Special
I don't like
button,
where
a little
attack
weird.
is.
Like, I like where attack is. I mean, technically, I would switch that with shield. It's a little weird.
I mean,
It's a
you can
little
still
weird.
map it when Smash 4 at least.
Yeah.
But like,
I just think it's a little weird, but it does give options for players who want to move away from the GameCube controller and are hurting their arms
yes,
and their wrists
Leffen, I
and
heard.
hands.
We were talking about that
Yes.
yesterday.
And I like this direction. It's a little concerning because I really do want to see the hitbox kind of come back
Yeah.
and then use the hitbox a little bit. But
That's-
this is interesting. It's still a big difference.
It's very weird because you're so used to the B button being in a certain spot. Like, what is the B button standing up there for? Like,
I know, right? But will this also become a stick that we can use for Blaze Blue and other games?
Yeah.
So I'm just particularly curious if this
Well,
is as tiring as it is to play on
I'm
a GameCube
thinking.
controller.
I know the B button is not as important. It's more of like a recovery button or a spacing tool. I'm thinking of like Mario or something. But you know, I guess your A buttons are more important. That's why they have it by the thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know you want to back air, up air,
Because
neutral air,
when you
whatever.
play
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
GameCube controller, your
Yeah.
thumb is the
A
one
is
that controls most of that.
A is the most
So
like, ridiculous button.
yeah, I think this is a really cool functionality. I think this is a really cool stick.
Sure.
I mean, when it comes out, I'm gonna try to grab it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna just
sure.
try to see what it
we
plays
can
like.
test it out. Why
I
not?
think it's weird.
It looks weird.
I
It looks like oh, what was that player that I didn't like because he was totally like not Marlon Pie? Full schedule.
Full schedule. Yeah.
Full schedule's arcade stick had the extra buttons on top, which he needed because he couldn't have the dexterity of a real Viper player.
I'm gonna respect that because I'm a Viper player.
That's
so I don't
right.
know
That's
what
why I
you'd
said
say.
it.
So
Sorry, I mean, so honestly though, full schedule can really mess me up in Marvel 3. I know that, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to say, oh, he's a terrible player. He's a really good player.
absolutely.
But yeah, I just feel as though, you know, I think it was, you know, I can see why he did it. Apparently, there's like really good like different movement options, but it's not
Mhm.
cheating at all. No, not
No,
in the
I don't think it's
slightest.
cheating.
Not
I
in the
think it's just a little bit
slightest.
different.
But no, I think that's really I think I don't know. It's not even an unfair advantage. You can't say it's an unfair advantage if somebody maybe putting extra buttons probably, but not entirely. It's a weird thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. So this is my own personal little like kicker because I've been on this like really weird hype of like finding things.
Yeah.
So if you are getting into like vlogging when you're out and about at these gaming events, you know, some people just want to keep track of all these things, right? And this is like if you don't got the money to be dropping like $200, $300 on a DSLR and stuff like that. So I got the simple like My Go Vlog guy, right? I call it the My Go Vlog guy. Because here's the thing. Everything you can find at $5 below, guys, like a selfie stick. The selfie stick with mic. No. Hear me out now. It's really cool. It's very simple. Like, it goes really far. Like, I
a
could right
weapon.
now. I'd be like, hey, Gabe, what's up? You
That
want
is
to shake
a
my
weapon.
hand?
You ever watch Final Fantasy 7?
But, yeah, I have.
Okay, Reno.
But it's really cool. I actually found at $5 below.
Okay.
I was looking online, and I saw a lot of selfie sticks
Yes.
that were like $10, $15,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I didn't really get to see them firsthand.
Okay.
But this one has a mic on it. I've tested everything.
Oh, it has a mic.
Really cool. Yeah. So
Okay.
it does have a little connector
Yes,
that at the bottom you can see becomes your mic.
Oh.
So and obviously you have pictures and shutter picture with
Yeah.
this. So really cool options if you're looking for a
You want me to use it in Evo?
yes, please, if you'd like to.
Oh, my goodness.
No,
I didn't
mean, while I'm
expect
gone,
that.
You can use
no,
it.
no,
it's fine.
no, no. Sure.
And then my two other things that I'm really big on is like you guys know I did the Void Pro headset probably about like a month ago or so.
Okay.
I started getting a little bit more into headphones.
Okay.
So as you guys can see, I love my Nintendo Switch, obviously, but
Oh, yeah, you do have one.
this was my greatest investment,
Flip
and
it.
I say it. I always say that it is the Zelda headphones.
At 5 and below?
No, these are a little bit more expensive. These are about like a $10 buy.
Okay, not bad.
You can find this at any GameStop.
Oh,
So just got a little. I got the last pair at one of them. But
Oh.
if you go to search, they're pretty cool. They have like the little logos of Zelda on the
Yeah.
back of it.
yes.
The sound quality.
Yeah.
You know how normally you get like the iPod headphones and stuff like that. These have noise cancellation.
Really? But they're in-ear.
They're
In-ear scares me.
in air, but you can also pull it out a little slight bit.
Yeah,
and guess
yeah.
what? You can hear everything that's going on around you as well.
Okay.
So these are like
yeah.
these are kind of like the types that you're gonna see. I would say
Yeah.
probably pro players using, but at the
Okay.
same time, it also has a microphone on it too.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Microphone's not too bad.
No,
It's
okay.
pretty simple, pretty easy. So I think these are a little worth the buy,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
if you're using this whole setup with this.
Sure.
But I also took it to another length, and I said I wanted to make sure you guys had one extra thing from $5 below.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the more unique buys that if you're more into camera work
Yeah.
and you don't have enough for a camera and you want those cool lenses like the fisheye and whatnot. So I bought this from $5 below. It's basically, I'll just show you. It comes with 3 different lenses. It's like a fisheye lens, which I'll try to just real quick for you guys. It's like a fisheye lens,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes with 2 other ones, like a micro and zoom and all this other
Sure.
cool stuff. And it also comes with like a little nice cover. But it's really cool because it's as simple as just like, you know, throw it right on top of your phone. And it looks a little weird. Don't get me wrong. You could do that on the front.
Man,
You could do it on the back.
my phone has attachments.
This is
yeah.
a nice, small, cute attachment. I
Mhm.
know I used the word cute, but it is because it's not in the way. It's very
Hey, be honest.
subtle. But I think this is really nice because
Yeah.
like I've used it. I've had no problems with it.
Right.
It's a $5 tool. So you're going to get what $5
yeah,
is.
you're gonna,
But
yeah,
if
exactly.
you're looking for a little cool shot, maybe on the scenery when you're
Mhm.
out in Las Vegas or something like that for Evo, these are probably your quick, like I would say $20.
Okay.
A solid $20 buy, and guess what? You're walking around doing your
Yeah.
vlogs at a really cool look and whatnot. So
Sure.
yeah, that's what I got for you guys for the plug and play. I
Okay,
thought,
nice find, sir.
you know,
I like it. I can dig it.
try to go out and grab more stuff like this. And hopefully, if you guys like this, do let us know if you want to see us like review anything too.
Sure,
We'll try to,
definitely
like, take
send
a
us
look
something
into it.
maybe.
Um,
All right, so we're going into
our focus attack.
ooh snap! What a discussion it looks like we're gonna have.
So our focus attack is a little bit different.
Mhm.
I know I'm just coming back. I know you guys probably had some pretty interesting focus attacks for the
Yeah,
past,
last week
like,
I
few
believe
weeks.
was the travel segment.
Yeah, it was your
instead.
travel segment. So
Yeah.
I got to catch that. It was pretty good. I got to know more as you came back, which is really cool. But this is something that I think kind of corresponds to what we were talking about earlier with the whole Sonic Fox thing.
Yes.
And we go through this every week at
Yes, we do.
sessions. Fun versus competitive.
Yeah.
It's very hard to differentiate the two.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, compared to when you were younger playing, what drove you more? Was it the competitive aspect, like with brothers and stuff like that? Or
Yup.
was it like fun?
I wasn't having fun. I mean, I was having fun, yeah, but it
compared to
wasn't
now.
about. It was more about my goal when I was younger was to be better than my brothers. Let's just be better than them or better than their friends because I would get swamped. Like I didn't know how to block high or low. My brother would do Grand Viper from a full screen away. I'm saying, why am I getting hit?
Yeah,
Why am
that
I?
sucks.
By the way, Grand Viper is Soul Bad Guy's low starting uppercut,
move.
pretty much. It just goes on the floor forever, and he would mash, and then it just hit me. So no, but I started playing online more. Started getting it a bit more, but they sort of stopped playing, which is why I got better than them. But I was always better than them. Anyway,
But like,
yeah, but where's that line between fun and competitive, or how do
Yeah.
you balance that line of fun and competitive?
because you grew up with competitive, so like,
Yeah,
do you feel like
yeah.
you ever gained that fun aspect, or do you feel like you kind of just like? Because I mean, like it's hard. I feel like with as being competitors, it's hard to be like, this is just fun,
Yeah.
even though I'm being competitive about it.
It's hard these days, I think, to have loads of fun in a fighting game.
You think so?
I do, unless you are like, there's so much. All right, there's so much focus on now being competitive that it's sort of like, man, somebody's gonna be salty anyway. Like it's never gonna be like a room full of like 7 or 8 kids playing Mortal Kombat 3. This is one of my fondest memories. We're in this tiny room in my house, and it's like 8 of us playing Mortal Kombat 3, and we're taking turns. We're not doing 2 out of 3s. We're just doing one, just first to one. And whoever kills, all right, next person, next controller. And we would skip one guy because we were just making fun of him, like, oh yeah, it's totally his turn. Oh yeah, it's totally his
Oh
turn.
man,
Oh
I
yeah,
remember
you
those
know.
days.
So like, yeah, there's a fine line. It's so tough, man. Like it's so tough to find that fun in a fighting game, where because now you have to unplug your stick and then plug a stick back in. Go to battle settings. Go to try to
change all your
reconnect.
buttons.
Whose buttons or whose? Like it's so much of that just goes on that like it's the fun just gets sucked out because everybody wants to sort of conform. And then God forbid that you're a tournament player. And then your friends are like all casuals, and then you sit down. They're like, "You don't make the game fun anymore." It's like, I'm sorry, I practiced the game. You know,
That's true.
it's a weird line.
I
weird
definitely
line.
agree with you because I'd probably say I had a really same with me. Like I grew up with my cousins and brothers. Everybody was competitive. Like it wasn't fun.
Right.
It was like
Right.
It was like, yo, I
what
just
can I
gotta be
do?
better.
What kind of gimmick can I bring? You know.
I always feel like it only becomes fun when you're on the same level.
Yeah.
When you're on the same level, then you're like, oh, if I can beat him once or twice. Okay, we're on the same level. But I'm starting to notice, like, at least within the gaming community, it feels like everybody's so focused on the competitive that, we're getting those people who are getting upset. They're not wanting to come back and return and see that it's fun.
Right.
I guess that is kind of it is a gray area for everybody right now for figuring it out. But we might have an answer.
What's
but I
that?
want to go on with this. What do you think is more important, having fun or just becoming the best? Because I know we all want to be the best at something.
Yeah. Want to be the best on our block first, right? Wanting to be the best or more. Okay, I'm sorry. Which is more important when trying to be?
When trying to become the best, like meaning like having more fun, like just working hard at it and not worrying about the fun.
I think
I say fun because like the thing is we grew up mostly with fun things to do.
Yeah.
Like without it being competitive, even though it could have been competitive. Like
Sure.
when people play sports, they're like, oh, I love playing soccer, but
It depends
really
what you
looked at that.
find fun in doing because I'm sure in the arcade scene everybody found more fun in being better than someone else.
Like put in that
like
quarter.
yeah,
and
yeah,
knowing
put in
that-
that quarter. And their fun was hanging out with the dudes, but also being competitive with the dudes. And then when this new guy came in, what's this new guy doing? And then sort
The
of
new guy
talking to
had to earn his
camaraderie,
upkeep,
building
yeah.
camaraderie. So again, it's just a difficult line, just especially in where we are now, which like, but becoming the best, there's always going to be somebody better than you.
Oh, that's
You
definitely
always
true.
have
I
to
agree.
realize that, though.
But I'll put it this way: from your experience now to I'll say when we were traveling
Yeah.
in a big
Oh
group,
goodness, 2013 was amazing.
I still think that's the most fun I've ever had in a
Yeah.
long time. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've had as much fun just traveling.
Yep.
And I tell you guys,
Road
we
trips,
weren't
road
winning.
trips. No, we
we
weren't.
had two people who were
We
winning.
weren't.
We weren't winning. But most of the time, I felt like
It's gone now. It's probably it's by your bag, whatever it was.
I felt
Rip.
like, I felt like I felt like most of the time back then we lost the aspect. Like back then was really fun.
Yeah.
And
We
then-
weren't winning, but Grover and
Yeah,
and,
like,
and Kopoval
It was
were.
fun. It was fun to
Mhm.
cheer them on, even when they weren't always winning. I still felt it was fun to be around those people and grow through everybody. Do you think we kind of lost that? Like not just us, but like everybody's kind of losing that because the scene is changing vastly.
Yes. Not everything lasts forever, of course. Like, your friendships. I mean, your friendships might, but not your, like, there are other means to travel, and these tournaments are getting bigger, and there's so many different, like, avenues to go through. There are different tournaments to travel to as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, there's so many different aspects now from back when it was more grassroots related. But I think it's fun, of course, to travel and all that. And, then you get into that serious mode where, like, how serious is too serious? If you're too serious, you're not having fun with the game and not doing well.
Sure.
And then, there's also that casual fun. I remember playing Marvel 2 with dudes that just, like, we would crack up playing.
Yeah.
But the one dude was the best with, like, I don't know, Mega Man, Sentinel, and Blackheart. Like, just teams like that. And then,
Like
like, you
something
jump
that's
in
not,
the
like, really
air,
normal.
Team Super. Why? What
You're just getting hit.
yeah, like, so I think there's this thing about, like, when you go with, like, Marvel 2, I remember, okay, just little story time. I arrived at a house, they all played with each other, they were all, like, above 20 years old, whatever. I'm 13.
Oh, okay.
All right, I
where
arrived,
this is going.
and then somebody arrives, and they were like, "Oh, don't tell Rube that this dude knows how to play." I was the only one that knew how to do air combos, so don't tell Rube that this dude knows how to play. So then I'm sitting on the sofa, and then
The setup is
Rube
strong.
comes in, and he's playing already. They're like, "Yo, Gabi, do you want to play?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll play, whatever." I picked my.
You didn't even know what was going on.
I picked. No, I knew it was. I picked Akuma, Rogue, Spider-Man,
Okay.
and
but
then
you
I was
don't
doing
play
air
that anymore.
combos, and you see everybody laughing, and then this dude is all serious.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no, man, I'm serious.
because somebody on the block got
Everybody's just
step up.
laughing when I get an air combo or something. So, like, I think if you get rid of, by the way, I won. If you get rid of that sort of, like, I mean, you can't get rid of, like, a casual scene, but, like, once that casual person sort of, like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm good, I can get there, and then they go into that competitive aspect. They're like, what are they striving? It depends. What are they striving for? What is making them have fun? Is it the training mode? Is it the the next step of them wanting to be competitive?
So I guess
That's the hard stuff, man.
I guess that's where you kind of already answered the next question, which was when does fun stop and competitive mode just kick in? And that's the scariest part because
Yeah.
I feel like you lose that I guess kid like mentality where you're like,
Yeah.
I'm having fun just doing what I'm doing,
right.
and now it's I wouldn't even say it's a job. It's almost it's almost like a hobby that is too serious. Like there's people who are into photography because they love it, but then there's people who turn their hobby into something more serious than a hobby, and it's not a career. It's just a more dedicated, hobby, I would say. So,
Yeah, it's like,
and I hate using the word hobby because I don't.
yeah, I
don't
think
really
you
like
take
that.
the fun out of it once you try to look for some sort of other reason for it, or not reason, but more of a an outcome out of it. If you're not, if your outcome is not to either have fun or like, if you're looking for the outcome to win, you better be the best in the world. You
That makes
better be
sense.
the best. Yipes one time. Remember that I want to say it was Winter Brawl.
Mhm.
He arrived and no, it was Summer Jam, I believe. He just showed up and whooped everybody's butt
Yeah,
with Team
yeah,
White
I
Boy.
remember that one. Yeah.
And he
was
showed
his
up
first
and
top-
he
first
got
top
up, gave a standing O to Chris G, but he needed the money.
Yeah, it
And he knew he was practicing. He was made to win that one.
I remember that was
Dante
his first top
Virgil
8
and
ever.
oh, it was Dante Virgil. It was Team White Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, Dante Virtual Wesker, I think it was.
Yeah. And my goodness, he just ran
showed
a
up to
tear.
play, I'll say that.
Yes, he ran a tear. This was before the whole Nemo team, and like he wanted to win. So if you're going in there like, oh, I want to win, I want that trophy, I want that prize, or I want something, I want top 8. Look at AOS Dave. He says I want top 8. He got top 8 combo breaker, top 4, top 5 in CEO in Eunice. I think that there's a certain drive you have to have. You have to have this sort of, so when does it not become fun? I mean, you may still have fun in your competitiveness, but you got to know when to like tone down your seriousness so that you can find a happiness in it.
I definitely agree with that. So my last thing is, and this goes out to not just us, but it's everybody. How do you retain fun while being competitive? I know like last night was a really cool experience for me, at least, because I know after you left, Jesse and then we're Jesse, Temple Nut,
Tame Storm.
were all there with me and Zhang, and we were all playing also with Mike. And we're just chilling. We're like, okay, we're going to close up shop like at 2 o'clock like normal. We went until like 4:30 playing Mario Tennis.
No.
Might add, guys, I think
That is a FGC game to a T.
you know what's weird? I always thought games like that, I was like, I'm not going to play with Mario Tennis. That's whack.
I
Or
don't
whatever.
wanna- I don't
Because competitive mindset.
Yeah.
But when we started playing, we became more competitive, but
Mm-hmm.
we stopped the whole, like, got to be the best. Like, no going to tournaments. Like, I know,
Yeah.
like, some people are like, oh, they have, like, little tournaments at the lab or whatever. But I was like, man, I don't want to go to no tournaments. My tournament is right here. Being able to beat the person right next to me and anybody in this room, because that was fun.
Yeah.
And I felt like it brought me back to those days of being, like, in a fun state.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we need little
Dude,
things outside of fighting.
I think
games.
all people need to do is just turn the items on in Melee and we'll be fine. That's it. That's
Yo,
fun.
what is up with you
That's
coming at
fun.
Melee?
No, I'm not coming at Melee.
What about
I'm just saying.
Smash?
I'm saying Smash. I think is fun with items on. It's a. Fun,
He was going to say
fun
Smash is
game.
fun with items off as
yeah,
well.
no items on. I think when you put that competitive spin on it and you
Yeah.
sort of customize the game to sort of be something that it wasn't made to be, that's when it's sort of like.
It's like the
game serious
Invitational.
mode. Huh?
When they did the Invitational with the Smash Ball and everything
Yeah.
in it.
Oh yeah.
I actually liked that. It was really, it
Dude,
looked like they
Smash
were
Ball.
fun.
Smash Ball would make it so much more in depth. So much, like, oh, he was getting the Smash Ball. Oh, is he gonna stop him from getting the Smash Ball? Oh, is he gonna?
It's honestly an uncontrollable. And I think that's what makes it fun when things aren't
Just
always
put
in
the stocks
control.
at 3v3.
Yeah, I mean,
3v3.
I definitely think that's a big thing.
Yeah,
So,
it would make it fun, not just for the player, but fun for viewers as well.
so guys,
Yes.
not just us, but you hear it all the time, and it's not just in this vicinity. It's
Yeah.
also from the community in general. This is what the
Yeah.
FGC kind of struggles with: is
Yeah.
when do we learn to stop being too overly competitive
Mhm.
and just have a little bit more fun? And I think
Yeah.
I think the best tournament that you guys can venture to try that out to be more fun is the Frosty Faustings Mystery Game Tournament. When they do those, my God,
It's a
those-
mystery game every match, right?
Every match is a mystery game,
Wow.
and it's really fun because like your intent is like, I just want to like keep playing more mystery games.
Yeah.
It's not, can I just be the best? Some people really just want to play more mystery games,
Yep.
and I think we need to all do that as a community. And I want to know what you guys think. Definitely hit us up on Twitter and tell us what you guys honestly think. If you feel that we should be competing more,
Yeah.
or if you feel that we should be having a little bit more fun,
All
and
right.
how we can implement that.
Do we have any mods?
Oh, of course. Just because Dre's not here, we still got mods, guys.
All right.
So first off, we're gonna kick it off with the Battle Tom Goku by Bomba Blake 13. So
Oh, okay.
I think this is the Goku that's worn out every time. This is the torn up,
Yeah.
beaten
This
up
is
Goku.
Frieza against Frieza Goku.
This is the one I don't really care for. This
Really?
is like the Ryu when his shirt's off and he's been beaten and battered. That's this Ryu.
What's the next screenshot, please?
But no, it looks really good.
I like
mean,
it.
Overall, like, I like the hair. I like the style. I like the.
Let me see the second
torn.
one again.
I don't know if I really like the way the shirt's ripped, I think they should have just did the one where he's powering up into Kaioken, where it's just fully ripped off.
Oh, okay.
That one would look a lot better. But this is still cool because it looks like it's like somebody just like slashed him across the chest, and he has like this little torn.
Yeah, I feel like they
rib or
did that
whatever.
just for extra color scheme to it,
Yeah.
But I like that. That's pretty cool. I'm a
So,
fan. Yeah.
I definitely like it. I
Not
definitely.
just because I use Goku, but because Goku is Goku.
Well, I mean,
Ooh,
it sucks that we can't do it for the PS4 or anything
Right.
like that. But guys,
Yeah.
that is a mod obviously for the PC,
what's
so
this?
keep that in mind. So now we're gonna be seeing Android 17's and 18's top costumes by Master Klo, which Master Klo has been on this website, been on the show before multiple times. I guess this is his rendition of them actually being 17 and 18 in the newer version.
That's pretty sick.
And I got to tell you that I just saw Jiren. I don't want to talk about it.
What? You saw the Jiren outfit? You saw the
But-
whoa?
But because these are all mods.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's just gonna go through the colors. Oh, that blue is really nice. I
Mhm.
like the track jacket colors. I definitely
Yeah.
think this is something that I'm gonna try out on the PC and see if I like it. See if there's any animations.
Is this a
messed up.
tease for next week's mods too, with Jiren and General Pi sitting there? General Pi.
Well, no,
General
they've
Tile.
done a Jiren mod,
Yeah,
but
General
this is really
Cell.
cool. I
Oh
like
my.
I like this 17 and 18. I want to see more in game stuff.
Yeah.
Because Master Klo does
Oh,
really
he
good work.
even changed the UI for her.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Oh,
He
man.
does it all. And don't forget, obviously, you guys can support this on patreon.com, Master Klo. Not like we're, sponsored by him or anything, but we do want to support these guys. They do such a great job. So you're going to see right here.
Wow.
Oh, man.
that
Even
is huge.
it looks clean.
Yeah.
I
That
don't.
tournament power stage is hype.
Oh, yeah, that was an old one. Oh, I didn't get to see 17.
Okay, it's Broly. I'm sitting here trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
figure
yeah.
out what character that is.
He's like.
But wait, what character was it when he got up in the very beginning?
Wait, what?
The intro was different than Broly.
Oh, no, that's Android 17. Android 16.
Yeah, 17.
I'm not
okay.
gonna 16.
That's 16. Why did I think it was Broly? Oh, I'm so
I'm not gonna
terrible.
lie. He
It is
kind of looked
16,
like
my
he
bad.
would be a Broly
My
type
bad.
character.
My terrible badness.
But the way he moves is very.
Yeah, it looks-
like it makes sense.
Oh, and Jiren's dead. Well, spoilers. All right, man.
But no, this is really cool. I think it's definitely something you guys want to definitely check out.
I'm kidding. That wasn't really a spoiler.
This is something you guys should definitely check out. Oh, we get to see the super.
Bye.
It looks clean. It looks like there's no
Yeah.
clipping or anything
No,
like that.
It's awesome.
It looks like he honestly just slightly remodeled it,
Yeah.
and it looks.
Just
super
a little bit of the
elegant.
line work on on 18, excuse me, can be a little bit adjusted. I
mean,
think.
It's where the pants are. It's right between
No,
the crotch. I
it's
can see it a
it's
little
with
bit
the
too.
whole
Oh,
like
the outer
shading
lining?
on the on
Oh
the
no,
back,
he went for more of a smoother outer line looking. I don't know why,
yeah.
but overall though, it still looks really solid
Yeah.
for a. It looks like he made it from scratch.
It looks like it's supposed to be cell shaded though, and the shadow is just a little too dark. But I
Yeah.
still think it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, man,
Yeah.
this is
No,
phenomenal.
she's awesome.
Still.
One of my favorite characters. I think I wish was better, but she is really good. You like her, you use her, and
Oh
all of
yeah,
that.
man. Nah, man. This is a cool mod. I
Mhm.
definitely support this mod. So that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, that was the
Alright, no,
combo you're supposed
no,
to do. You're supposed to go straight into super. as soon
Don't
as
you
get the
hate
hit.
when you learn something so minuscule from something else?
Mhm.
Oh man. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it's like watching two kids play Street Fighter or something, and you're like, "Wow, that interrupts that." Then you forget to take notes of it. By the way, watching kids play Street Fighter is like a really long button check.
I guess you remember those. You don't remember the days when you were the person doing the button checking like that too.
Is it time?
It's time, unfortunately, guys. Obviously, when we end with the mods, it means the show is over. But it's not over just yet. Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Hear us
first-
out.
Well, yeah, we wanna thank you guys for obviously hanging out with us and listening.
Definitely,
Whether
definitely.
you be on the road, an hour drive, 2-hour drive, or even 15 minutes.
Or even washing clothes.
And obviously, you guys can check out all of our podcasts,
Yes.
whether it be
or our
on
podcast on all of these
Oh, yeah.
outlets.
Oh,
Right,
I
yes.
see what you did there.
Yes.
Don't forget, I want to just throw this out there. First, you can check us out here
Yes.
at Nursery Gamers, so you
Yes.
can always catch the backlog or whatnot if you didn't get to see the video. But if you are on the road, you can hear us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts for iOS, Overcast for iOS, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Player.fm, Pocket Cast, SoundCloud, Podbean, RSS feeds, and obviously a bunch of our links below, which I'm going to throw at you, which is our social media, which you can always check us out on too, is you can check me out on Meza
FGC?
Meza FGC. Guys, I'm still working on that, YouTube thing. So that's Daimyo Meza. But everything else, Meza FGC. Where can they find you, sir?
At Static Gorilla on Twitter and Instagram, of course. You can follow me. I post a lot of pictures up to there, and they go straight to Twitter as well. Excuse me. And also, twitch.tv/Static Gorilla. I'm still streaming DMC. I don't have a real quick schedule yet, but I'm just streaming it. It'll be there if you want to clip whatever. Or check it out. Follow me, or just visit if you'd like. Also, Static Gorilla I'm the only Static Gorilla, so
yeah, he actually is
probably
going to
find me.
Don't forget, guys, you can also check out all those links on the Mash Those Buttons website, mashthosebuttons.com. You can also check out twitter.com/MB site. MTB site. Or you can also check out the facebook.com Mash Those Buttons, which is another option. Or you can do youtube.com Mash Those Buttons, which we have a plethora of videos of all of our streamers and more. Don't forget, you can also join the Mash Those Buttons Discord community. You guys have been doing phenomenal. I've been watching secretly without saying anything. I see who comes in and out. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the community and you want to make the community better, well, this is a first step. Go to the Discord. Hit us up. You want to talk to me? You can talk to me. You want to talk to Static Gorilla? Guess what? You can talk to him. You want to talk to Crash Tag? You can talk to him.
Even if you're in the area, come visit us live on Wednesday nights at
Yes.
Localhost. Give us play us in a set. See if we're as good as we say we are.
Yeah. And don't forget, guys, you can always comment on iTunes or even on any format of
we
platform
appreciate the
or on the
feedback.
websites.
On
there is a
Twitter,
comment
retweet,
section, because
whatever
we
you'd like to say
see it
about
all.
us. Yeah.
We see it all. And usually we kick it back out. We tell you what we think. We be honest with you guys, and you guys are honest with us, and that's what makes it really fun. But don't forget, make sure you share with your grandmother, with your auntie, with everybody in your family, with all your friends and family. I already said family. It's all the same. Just make sure you go tweet and let people know about what we're doing here and how you guys can be supportive.
Some people might not be all up into the FGC, and we just hope that this is a nice little window into what we see on the regular,
And don't forget, guys, obviously you can check out all of our other websites on the Mash Those Buttons mashthosebuttons.com. Obviously, after this, you'll be able to hear all the different shows that are going on.
Can't type, son.
No, I can't. You'll be able to check out from these are some of my favorite shows, might I add. You can catch out Mash Those Buttons Mashcast.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out the Prepare to Attack. You can also, which is I guess it's like a mixer of like Overwatch and some helpful stuff. We also have Watch Point Radio, which is our weekly podcast for Overwatch mainly. We also have a new one, the Taran and the Goblin, which it's more World of Warcraft stuff. And then we got Sit Rep Radio and WoW Talk. Sit Rep Radio, obviously, they've been streaming and been doing a lot more, so check them out. They're doing the Division stuff. They're going to try to get into the Division 2 beta. I might show up on there and talk some mess and play.
Okay.
And then WoW Talk, obviously, WoW Talk's just crazy. So if you guys want to check them out, you have that option after the show. So thanks, guys, for watching.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we appreciate it. Follow us, give us a shout out, share it up.
Yep.
And it's been awesome. And thanks for having me. You never know. I'm always here.
Well, I'm Meza, and this is
Static Gorilla.
And we're out.
See you later.
Peace.